Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you a reading vlog. Hi guys, it is 6:25 p.m. on Friday the 22nd of February. Welcome to a new reading vlog with a super cute little cat in the background. So, it's Friday, it's the weekend. So let's discuss weekend plans. I don't really have too many. I am going around to I'm checking in a little bit later. I left work a little bit early and I came home and I've been editing the vlog from before this because that is going to be uploaded tomorrow morning. And I'm going around to my sister's place tonight. So my sister's husband has already moved up to Queensland. So she can't leave the kids at home by themselves, so I'm going around there to watch Buffy and Angel, but this vlog, like I mentioned, needs to be uploaded, like it's going live tomorrow morning, so I needed to get it edited and uploaded tonight. So I've just done the initial edit to the part that I need to be like sitting in front of and it's exporting from the initial editing program, and then I've got to put it into the other program, which actually converts it into a usable file and add the pictures and stuff in, but I can do that at my sister's place. So I'll take the laptop with me and be able to do that there. So, like I said, going around there tonight. Tomorrow, I'll have coffee and the usual. I've got to go to the library. And apart from that, that's basically my weekend plans. That's it. That's all my plans. I do want to get a lot done around the house again. I had a pretty productive weekend last weekend. I want to roll that on into this weekend and keep having productive weekends. So, yeah. That's really it. So, on to a reading update. So, I didn't get very much reading done today. I read on the bus on the way to work, but then I had a work lunch actually on today. So, I was at that, so I didn't get to read, obviously, on my lunch break. And then I didn't end up reading on the bus on the way home for some reason. Everything that I was like looking at on my phone took me longer than it normally would. And then I didn't have as much time left after I finished looking at all the crap on my phone, so I just listened to music for the rest of the ride home. So I am obviously still reading Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. So in the last clip of the last vlog, I'd mentioned that I hoped to get to page 400, but it was kind of an ambitious goal, and I didn't quite make it, but I got fairly close, so I was pretty happy with that. So I was on page 392 last night. I read, I think, a chapter, or maybe 2 chapters. Oh, crap. I just remembered something that I meant to do at work today that I didn't do. So I'm currently on page 422. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done tonight because I am going around to my sister's place. Sometimes I get home really late and then I just go straight to sleep. So my goal at this point basically is just to finish this weekend. I've got, 280 pages basically left. It's doable. I want to have this done this weekend. That is the goal. So that's a physical book. I did finish the audiobook today for Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. So I've got to give you all the synopsis and everything again because this is a new vlog. So this is what is described as a thriller. It's basically the main character is a woman named Laurel whose daughter Ellie went missing 10 years prior. Ellie was 15 years old. She went missing. And Laurel's marriage has since broken up, and she meets a new man, and he has I think she's 9, a 9-year-old daughter who has a striking resemblance to her daughter that went missing. So as I mentioned yesterday, this is what I describe as, I guess, thriller light. It's not really a thriller. It's more what I guess I would describe as being like a domestic drama with like some mystery kind of aspects, but there's not even really anything that mysterious. It's, I guess, kind of suspenseful. It's one of those stories where we're just really on the journey with the characters, mainly the mother, Laurel, on the journey with her discovering what's happened. It's pretty clear to the reader for the whole way through what's happened. So if anything, it's more character study. So it's nothing too shocking, too thrilling, too suspenseful. I was kind of okay with that. I thought that the writing was really good. I thought Lisa Jewell is a great writer. I thought that the characters were done really well. Even just, for example, Laurel, she is a woman who has lost a child. Her child's been missing, and she is still trying to deal with it. She's still trying to cope. And she's also trying to cope with, like, the ripple effect that that's had throughout her life, in that she's got 2 other children, and her relationship with her 2 current children is very strained, because she kind of checked out a little bit from being a mother when her other daughter went missing. Her daughter that went missing was kind of her favorite, and it, even if it wasn't, because, like, parents don't have favorites, some, I guess, don't, you know, it still is a devastating thing to have happen, and she really struggled in her relationship with her children, with her remaining children, once her daughter went missing. She's kind of at a place now in her life where she feels like she has moved on from the situation. She's trying to get into a new relationship with this man, and just even, like, her dealing with that part of her life, of her being, like, a mid-50s woman trying to enter this new relationship and still having a complicated relationship with her kids and with her ex-husband. Her ex-husband is still someone that she, like, loves and respects, but their marriage has broken down, like, following their child going missing. And I think part of the reason that you kind of get to the marriage breaking down, this isn't a spoiler, is that Laurel felt that her husband didn't care enough as much about it as she did. Like, that's what I mean. She felt so deeply about this, as you would, that, and it's not that he didn't necessarily feel that way about it. It's that she couldn't, with how deep her feelings were for it, imagine that anyone else could feel as deeply about it as she did. And so it's just all of that. Like, and we're just trying to figure out what happened to Ellie. I mean, it's pretty obvious what happened to her. I can't really go into it, but that gets out spoiling. I don't really know if it would be a spoiler, because it's pretty obvious from, like, you know, the first couple of chapters, like, what's going on. So I thought it was pretty well written. I thought the characters were really well written. I thought the journey, like, that we went on was, you know, it was a pretty good ride. Even though it wasn't shocking, it was a good story. So I'm giving it a 3.75 star rating. That's my final rating, and I enjoyed it. So I also had another audiobook that came in today. Oh, Minnie's getting up. Oh, she's so cute. I swear to God, look at her. Is that not the most gorgeous cat that you ever saw? Hi. Oh, she's rubbing. You guys probably can't see it, but she's rubbing. Oh, yes, you can. Hi. Hi. Yeah, you're going to have to go into the back part of the house in a minute, because Mum's gone out. I know, sad times. Don't bite me. She's trying to bite me. No. So she's, like, right up next to the viewfinder. It's quite distracting. So 3.75 stars. I actually had another audiobook that came off hold today that's ready for next week, but I will definitely be listening to that in an entire day, because it is only a 4-hour audiobook. Winifred, can we? So yeah, do not bite me. I'm sorry, you guys. So yeah, that's kind of it. All I really have for this clip. My video just finished exporting from the original editing program. Okay, so, oh, she wants to curl up in my lap. Mum's about to get up. Oh, no, she doesn't. She just wanted to use me to step over. So yeah, that is really it for this clip. Hopefully I'll have reading to talk to you guys about tomorrow, when I probably check in from the library car park, but we'll see. That is really all I have. She's laying down over here now. That is really all I have for this clip. Sorry, I'm really distracted now. The cat has thrown me off. And I will talk to you guys at some point tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 12 o'clock exactly. That's not always nice when it's exactly on the hour. On Saturday, the 23rd of February, in the library car park. I've had a fairly productive morning, I guess you could say. I went for coffee, did my groceries and things, came home. I have done some reading, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I also changed all the kitty litter, took all my recycling and my rubbish out. I've been to the recycling place and traded in all my cans, and I'm now at the library, and on the way home I'm going to go through the car wash and get my car clean. So we're halfway through the day and I feel like I've accomplished a lot already. There is still a lot to do at home that I want to get done this weekend, but I have zero plans for the whole rest of the weekend. I have nothing going on tonight. I'm not going even to my parents' place for dinner tomorrow night. Nothing on in the day tomorrow. Just literally got zero plans. So hopefully I can get a lot of relaxing, a lot of movie watching, a lot of booktube watching, a lot of reading, but a lot of stuff done around the house as well. It's ambitious, but here's hoping. So, in terms of the reading, I haven't read any more of Lord of Shadows. You might be thinking, but it's the weekend, so what else have you read then? Because you wouldn't have been listening to an audiobook. You are correct. So I got home really late last night from my sister's place. So I just went straight to bed, didn't do any reading. However, then this morning, when I got home from coffee and doing my groceries and stuff, and I knew I was going to be coming to the library, I decided to read all of Paper Girls Volume 2 before I left, because this has a hold on it, so I can't renew this at the moment. And it's really annoying because I checked, and there are 8 copies of this available. But apparently it's this copy that the friggin' library needs. I really don't understand what their system is, because I just feel like, even if it's someone at this library who has put a hold on the book, get one of the others in if there's 8 copies around. Like, get one of them in and give them that copy and then allow me to renew this. It just seems stupid to me and it really annoys me. Anyway, I read this. So I read this whole thing this morning after I got home from doing the groceries before I headed back out. So if you haven't seen my thoughts on the first volume, I enjoyed it kind of, but I also found it incredibly confusing, which it's supposed to. So this, in case you don't know, is a science fiction graphic novel that follows 4 girls who are on a paper route in 1988 on Halloween morning, and basically weird shit starts to go down. That's all I can really tell you, I guess. It's very confusing. There's a lot of different stuff going on. You're not really sure what's up. This volume, I think I enjoyed a little bit more only because I already knew what to expect. So I enjoyed it. I do enjoy the like color palette of the artwork. This kind of muted, but somehow almost still like bright. It's very like pinks and purples and blues, which I'm very into. So I enjoy the art, and I think, like I said, I knew what to expect. I have no idea what's going on. It's very confusing. It's got to do, I don't think this is a spoiler. So if you want to know absolutely zero, even though I think it might be widely known that this is what this involves, just mute me. Just skip like 10 seconds because I'm just quickly going to say it. It involves time travel. So there's a lot of different stuff going on and it's very confusing. And then there's a lot of different like, I don't know, it's just a lot going on and it's very confusing, and I feel like it's going to be, I've said this when I read the first one, it's going to be one of those series where you never get answers. You just are constantly having more and more questions without anything really being answered. That's the vibe I get about this. I likened it to the Morning Glories graphic novel series, which is one of the first graphic novel series that I ever read, that I read like 8 or 9 volumes of, and then I ended up just giving up on it because we had no answers, and it was just, I feel like maybe that's the type of thing that you could get more into if you can binge the whole thing in like one go. But when you're coming into it, like, you know, and maybe there's a month in between like reading volumes or even longer, it can be very difficult to remember exactly what happened in the other one, and you've got all these questions, nothing's being answered, and so you're just so confused all the time. And I don't mind a certain level of confusion, but it gets past a certain point with me sometimes where I'm just like, I just don't care, because I'm too confused that I just don't care anymore, basically. So I don't know. I did enjoy this a little bit more. I gave the first one 2.75. I'm giving this one just a straight 3. Did enjoy it. I will continue on to volume 3. I don't know whether this is going to be one that I end up going the long haul with, because I just feel like I said, it's going to be similar to Morning Glories, where I get to a certain point and I just get pissed off that I'm getting no answers and I give up on it because I'm impatient. So yeah, that is kind of the situation with this. I did read this. So apart from that, like I said, I'm still just reading Lord of Shadows, haven't read any of it. Still aiming to get that book finished this weekend. That is the larger goal, is to finish that this weekend. Because I would like to finish the whole trilogy before the end of the month. But I don't know that that's feasible, because the month ends on Thursday. Is the last day of the month, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yeah, it is. So I would have to finish Lord of Shadows, and then I've got another book that I need to read before I start Queen of Air and Darkness, and then I would have to read all Queen of Air and Darkness by Thursday, which if I only finish that this weekend means I've got 4 days to read a whole nother book and Queen of Air and Darkness, which is 900 pages. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'll finish Lord of Shadows, I'll finish the book that I need to read in between, which is a library book, and then I can't remember exactly which library book I'm up to, but it's a library book, and then I have started Queen of Air and Darkness, and it'll probably carry over into March, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I just would really have liked to get the trilogy done this month, but those books are so big that even if I read like more than 200 pages a day of it, it's going to take me more than 4 days to read. And I have to read another book as well in that 4 days, like most likely. So unless I happen to get an absolute buttload of reading done this weekend, it's probably not going to happen. So yeah, I think that is it for this clip. I will check in with you guys at some point tomorrow. Hopefully I've made really good progress in Lord of Shadows when I talk to you guys tomorrow. But that is it for this clip, and I will talk to you guys then. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 5:31 p.m. on Monday the 25th of February. So I didn't end up filming a clip yesterday. I actually wasn't feeling the greatest yesterday, and I spent most of my Sunday in bed, just sleeping. Sleeping and watching, like literally purifying my mind with absolute trash videos on my phone. I did do some reading and some booktube watching kind of in amongst that, but literally I was just slowly ruining my brain. So I do have reading to talk to you guys about, because while I worked through lunch today, I did read on my commute, and like I said, I did do some reading yesterday, and I did do reading on Saturday, so I do have a whole bunch of reading to talk to you guys about. So first, the book that you guys probably care the most about, if I can lift it, is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I did finish this on the weekend. I finished this last night. So I don't really know what to say about it, I guess. I enjoyed it. It's definitely, I think, dragged in a couple of places, but for the most part I really enjoyed it. Cassandra, like I've said before, I really do enjoy this world. I enjoy all of the characters. I think Cassandra Clare does a pretty good job of having lots of different storylines going on all at once and having them kind of interweave and intermingle and kind of all come together in the end. I really liked that. The ending, I actually predicted. I think because, I don't know, I guess I can't really say why I predicted it without getting into spoilery territory, but I did predict it, but it still, you know, was very emotionally affecting. I haven't been spoiled for anything in particular, but there is a comment that was made to me, not to me, just a comment that was made that I heard about Queen of Air and Darkness that kind of pisses me off that someone said, because I just feel like it's kind of ruined my expectations a little bit. Not expectations, it's hard to say without giving you this, not really spoiler, but kind of spoiler that I heard, which I don't want to do because I think it's ruins the experience a little bit. But I am still really looking forward to picking up Queen of Air and Darkness and finding out how everything finishes up. So I did finish this yesterday. So I also listened to an entire audiobook today. I listened to the entire audiobook for The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. Excuse me. Oh. So the audiobook is only like 4 hours, so I listened to the entire thing today. Apologies if you can hear Winifred scraping around in her kitty litter right now. It's all the way across, out of my bedroom, all the way across the hall and down a little bit in the laundry, but I can hear her, so if you can hear her, I apologize. So I really, really, really enjoyed The One and Only Ivan. So if you guys don't know, this is a middle grade, like slash children's story from the perspective of a gorilla named Ivan. He is a gorilla that's being held in like captivity, I guess, in a like mall circus type of thing, but it's like a mini circus but in a mall, so very small kind of cages and stuff, not as well kept as what he would be like in a zoo, for example. And it's basically just about, I can't really tell you too much. That's all you really need to know. I mean, it's a very short book, so telling you any more than that would, you know, basically tell you the whole plot. I really, really enjoyed it. This was just so heartwarming, and I was literally tearing up in my office today at work listening to this story. It was just really beautiful, and I really liked the messages about keeping animals in captivity and stuff. Although I will say, so I gave this 4.5 stars, and the reason I didn't give it 5 stars was because the book is very pro-zoo, and I don't know where I fall in the discussion about zoos and whether zoos are a good place, like whether they're okay morally for us to keep animals in zoos for our viewing pleasure. And so it's not pro tiny little malls, like circus type thing, but it is kind of pro zoo, I would say. So, but the friendships and everything, like I said, I was tearing up constantly. It was so like beautiful and heartwarming. Like I said, I gave that 4.5 stars. Really, really enjoyed that. I then, because I finished that before I even went on lunch today, so I did start my next audiobook because, and I'm glad that I did this, I clicked onto it last night to see how long it was, and this audiobook is 24 hours long. 24 hours. So that is going to take me a massive chunk of this week to listen to. So I'm listening to, I'm going to get it up because it's got a really long title. It's European Travels for the Monstrous Gentlewoman by Theodora Goss. It is the second book in a series called The Extraordinary Adventures of the Athena Club. It is the sequel to The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. There's only 2 books listed on Goodreads, so I'm not sure if there is going to be another one after this or if it's just a duology. But, so I've read the first book, and the first book, it basically has all characters kind of from history. So we've got Dr. Jekyll's daughter, Mr. Hyde's daughter, we've got the daughter of Dr. Moreau, we've got a female Frankenstein's monster type character, lots of all characters like that. Sherlock Holmes and Watson make an appearance, not female, like the actual Sherlock Holmes and Watson characters make an appearance. They're about to go in this book on the Orient Express, which is also really cool. So it's historical, it's got all of these characters in it, and it's just basically follows these characters. So the first book followed mainly Dr. Jekyll's daughter. Yes. Anyway, I can't really tell you too much obviously about this book without kind of spoiling the events of, but it's just like adventurous type of story. So I am 12% of the way through. So I listened to for the whole second half of the day, and I'm only 12% of the way through. Like I said, it's a really long book. The first book I think was like around 450 pages, but this one looks like it's between like 600 and 700 pages depending on the edition on Goodreads. So it is really long. I am enjoying it so far. It's an interesting, I mentioned this with the first book, it's an interesting kind of narrative style in that it's the characters telling you the story, like from, like, the events have already passed and they're going back and telling you. And so it's one character telling the story, but you have the other characters piping in as it's being told, saying, that's not how it happened, I never said that, you know, just commenting. And it is quite fun in that way. And so because of that, it is a bit, like, it breaks the fourth wall quite a lot. Like, they're telling you, like, you know that it's a story, but it's a story of what they have done, of their adventures that they've been on, the women of the Athena Club. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, don't have too many thoughts on it so far, but I am enjoying it 12% of the way through that. And then on the bus on the way, I told you I had a lot of reading to talk to you guys about, and then on the bus on the way home, now that I'd finished Lord of Shadows, I picked up Sizzling 16 by Janet Evanovich. This is the 16th book in the Stephanie Plum series. It feels like it's been forever since I've read one of these. These books are so, like, quick and easy. I didn't read on the bus on the way to work this morning, and like I said, I worked through lunch, so I only read on the bus on the way home, and I got through, I'm on page 49, and this book is only just over 300 pages, so I'm kind of hoping to make it to page 150 tonight, to, like, make it halfway through, because I do want to try get as decent a chunk of the way. So once I finish this, I'm picking up Queen of Air and Darkness, and I want to get as decent of a chunk of the way through Queen of Air and Darkness as I can before the month ends. So that is what I have. Oh, so this is, so I guess I should say what this is about. So the Stephanie Plum series is a chick lit women's fiction series that follows Stephanie Plum, who is a bounty hunter. She's an inept bounty hunter, and this is all just about all the hijinks and stuff that ensue on different cases and stuff like that. I'm really reading these at these points because they're fun. They're nothing great. They're not groundbreaking fiction. I don't think the writing is particularly amazing at all, but they're just fun. They're fun, lighthearted, enjoyable, very quick and easy to read. And the main reason I'm still going with this series is the overall romance. It's kind of a love triangle type thing that is very drawn out. I mean, we're book 16 and we still have no firm decision on the romance. I fall very strictly on one side of the romance, and so... And this is still ongoing. I think they're at book 27 now, and I think it's still going. So I've still got, like, once I finish this, like 11 books to go. So I'm not in a rush. Like I said, I can't remember. It's been quite a few months since I've read one of these. I just, every few months, pick one up and slowly continue on with my journey with this character and this romance. So the romance is not, like, a huge factor. It's just kind of a very, like, subplot. That's the main thing that I'm reading these for, if I'm being honest. Because I want to know how it all ends. So, yeah. That is it, I think. So, I've got knitting group tonight. So, typically I would think 100 pages to get read on knitting group night is a lot. But that book is so easy to read that I'm hopeful that I can get through 100 pages tonight. I didn't end up filming anything this weekend either. So I think I'm just going to skip the upload. I had an upload, so I uploaded my vlog on, that was the video, the vlog from before this was the video that I was uploading, when I was around at my sister's place. That went up, and I think I'm just going to skip, I'm just going to leave a few days. I'm just going to take a little mini break, very mini, like literally like less than a week break, and just go straight on to uploading this vlog when this vlog is finished, and then go on to my March uploads, because like I said, I wasn't feeling that well this weekend, just didn't end up happening, and for me to get it up, I would need to film, edit, and upload it tonight, basically, which isn't happening with knitting group. I could probably film it, but I wouldn't have time to edit it and upload it, so it just wouldn't happen. So yeah, that is really all I have for this video, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, by the time I talk to you guys tomorrow, I've made very, very good progress on this, because I predict that I will still be not even halfway through, definitely not even halfway through the audiobook, but hopefully I've made really good progress on this when I talk to you guys tomorrow. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 6:21 p.m. on Tuesday, the 26th of February. I was about to say of November. What in the actual heck? 26th of February. Winifred is trying to bite my bare feet. So, no, stop trying to bite me. I have had physio tonight. So I came home from work, immediately rushed to physio. I've just got home, and now I'm home for the whole evening, which I'm so excited about. I have nothing to do tonight because I decided not to worry about that video and to just take a little mini break. It means I've got nothing on like that I need to do. I can just read, I can watch BookTube, I can do whatever the heck I like, which quite honestly is probably going to end up being completely trashing my mind with trash videos because I just can't seem to stop myself lately. So, yeah, work has been really, really busy. Physio was tough tonight. I don't know if I said to you guys. So I've gone back to weekly. I've been having dry needling, so I've been referred from the physio that I was seeing to her colleague. And so I've been seeing him because she can't do the dry needling, only he can. So I've been seeing him. So I've had to go back to weekly appointments. And yeah, so I'm having the dry needling. He did some quite intense massage on it tonight, like really like deep in there, like it was quite painful. But he's really happy with how my movement has improved. Like I'm getting a lot better range of motion. And we've been doing some different, like more stretches and things since I've been seeing him. And now today he's given me some more, more strengthening things to work on. So hopefully I'm on the right path because I'm still in pain most days with my back/shoulder. So Anyway, you guys don't care about that. Apologies about my ugly hair as well, but it is... You're lucky I haven't been complaining about it because we're in a hot streak. Summer is really digging its claws in and saying summer officially ends here on Thursday, but we are in a week of 35-degree plus weather. We have a streak of a couple of 40-degree days coming up as well, so it's been really disgusting, and so I quickly threw my hair up before, and also because I'm having like massage on my back and my shoulder, obviously I need to get my hair out of the way. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. Let's get on to the reading. So I'm still reading Sizzling 16 by Janet Ivanovich. I think I made it to not quite halfway through last night, like just under, so I was still pretty happy with that. And then I'm currently on page 221. So let me see if I can show you. So I've only got this much left to read, so I'm definitely going to be able to finish this tonight. I've only got like 80 pages left, and this is so easy to read, so I'll definitely have that done tonight. I continued on with the audiobook today for, oh my god, what is this book called again? The title is so long. European Travel for the Monstrous Gentlewoman by Theodora Goss. So I'm currently, how far through did I make it? Oh, 36%. So I'm still, that's a day and a half of listening, and I'm only 36% of the way through. This is such a long book. So am I listening on my 1.75, or has my speed dropped? No, I'm on 1.75. Anyway, so I'm still enjoying that. I really do enjoy this medium of storytelling that I was kind of mentioning yesterday, with all the characters kind of piping in and them, you know, it's being told as a story. So like I said, there's a lot of breaking of the fourth wall and all that. I'd be interested to see how this was written in the physical format, because I think it works really well on audiobook. And I do enjoy the narration of the audiobook as well. So it is very feminist. Obviously you've got, it's historical, set in this time period of, you know, Sherlock Holmes and all of that. So it is set in an era where women didn't have as many rights, and you've got this Athena club, which is all these women who are coming together, who have been treated horribly by the world and all have something strange about them, and they're coming together, and then just generally they want, like it's talked about a couple of different times about, you know, the different expectations on women and women's wardrobes and the things that they have to wear, and them wanting to get women the vote and all of those types of things. So it is very feminist, and I enjoy that as well. So, and we're currently with Irene Adler, who is the Sherlock Holmes kind of love interest. I think I've actually never read any proper Sherlock Holmes. I only know Sherlock Holmes from more pop culture type references than I do from the actual Sherlock. I do one day plan, like with my classic reading plan, to eventually read some of the original Sherlock Holmes stories, but, or all, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, so I am enjoying it, but it is very long. I feel like maybe it could get a bit tedious with how long it is. Like, I do think that a 700-page book is a lot, but I am enjoying it. So that's really it. Those are the two books that I'm currently reading, audio and physical book. Once I finished this, I'll be able to pick up Queen of Air and Darkness and get as far through that as I can, which I don't know how far that'll be because I've got boxing the next 2 nights. So I don't know how far I'll make it, but I want to get as far as through that as possible before the month ends. Not that it matters. It's not like I'm trying to hit any kind of target. I just would like to be as far through that as possible so it doesn't carry over too far into March, because I've got a lot of books that I want to get to in March as well. So yeah, that is it for this clip. I will talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow before I go to boxing. I'll be able to tell you guys my final thoughts on this because I will have finished that by then. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Bye guys. Hi guys. It is 5:32 p.m. on Wednesday, the 27th of February, which means it's exactly 4 months until my birthday. So it is so hot. I look like trash. I feel like trash. I'm so tired. I don't think I've mentioned in the vlogs, I don't think, or maybe I have. I haven't been sleeping well, which I don't know how to cope with because I historically am a very good sleeper. It's one of my very few life skills. And over the past about a week or so, I have not been sleeping well. I haven't been able to get to sleep. Even like on Monday, for example, I was really, really, really tired. And I got home from knitting group and I ended up falling asleep for about 15 minutes, like literally 15 minutes. That was it. And I fell asleep for about 15 minutes and I got up and I was like, oh, I'm really tired. I'm sleepy. I'm going to get ready for bed. So I got ready for bed, brushed my teeth, did all of those things, and then I couldn't sleep. So last night, just to be straight up, I didn't read a single page. I didn't watch a single booktube video. I literally just destroyed my brain with trash videos. So that's what I did. And then I couldn't sleep all night. I didn't get to sleep until about 3 a.m. And my alarm goes off at 6. And so I ended up sleeping for about another hour from about 6 till 7. So I had about 3 hours of sleep and then another hour of like quite broken sleep. Of like, you know, me snoozing it like every 10 minutes for an hour. Trying to make myself get up, which I did, and I made it to work. But it was rough. It's a rough day. I'm really tired. I've got boxing tonight. My shoulder has also been incredibly sore following physio, which is going to be interesting at boxing tonight. But I don't want to skip because boxing is the only physical activity that I do. So I'm going to boxing, and then hopefully with the level of exhaustion and doing exercise, I'll be able to sleep tonight and get a really decent night's sleep. So, on to the reading update. So, as I said, I didn't read a single page. So, despite my predictions, I did not finish this last night, but I have finished it now. I finished it, like, on my commute today. So, this is Sizzling 16 by Janet Vanovich. So, one of the things, this is unrelated to the book, just general talk, that I think that makes you know that you've made it as an author is when your name is bigger on the cover than the title. This is about evensies. But you know how you see those books and it's like Stephen King and that takes up like 80% of the cover and then the title is in like really small font like somewhere else? That's how you know you've made it. Another way that you know you've made it as an author is when the entire back cover is your author like headshot. I would hate for a picture of me to be this big on the back of a book. Like, I would hate it. I mean, maybe Janet Vanovich loves it, but I would hate it. So anyway, that was a little fun. Every time I pull this out in the bus, I'm like, oh, it feels awkward to be like holding this book and making other people stare at this lady's photo. Anyway, so I finished this. This was just okay. Definitely not one of my favorites in the series. This one is very muted in terms of the romance, which, as I've mentioned, is like mainly the reason that I'm even reading this series. And this one is, all of the books are ridiculous. Like, the plots and stuff are not like feasible or what is realistic, that's the word I'm looking for, realistic in any way, shape or form. But this one is just like went to another level of just like, really? Like, are we legit with this right now? There's also, this focuses around a character, like a side character, who's been in it for like the whole time, but they're just like a character that I'm like, don't really care about you. So yeah, it was interesting. I'm interested to see where the next book goes because some big kind of changes happened in there. So I'm interested to see where the series is going to go. But like, there's like a whole nother, like, still like 11 books or something after this one. So I've put a hold on book 17. I'll get to it in the next couple of months. So that's that. Oh, my audiobook. So I haven't started. I finished that today and I will start Queen of Air and Darkness tonight. Maybe. So I've got boxing. My other focus for tonight is that I want to, so my couple of day, like, mini break literally has ended up being like 3 days. I need to edit as much of this vlog as possible tonight because it will need to be uploaded tomorrow night. And I've still got boxing tomorrow night, so I need to have it as ready to go as possible so it doesn't take me forever tomorrow night. And because I need to get this up tomorrow night because if I miss getting the final vlog up like on the last day of the month, then it puts me behind on my uploads for the whole rest of the month, like of going into the next month, and I don't want that. So I will be picking up Queen of Air and Darkness soon. So onto my audiobook. So obviously I'm still listening to European Travel for the Monstrous Gentlewoman by Theodora Goss. I'm currently 63% of the way through. So now I've been listening to this for 2.5 days, and I'm still not quite 2/3 of the way through. It's epically long, as I have said. So I've still got, like, how many hours? Like, I ideally would like to finish this tomorrow, but it's not going to happen. I've still got over 9 hours left on the audiobook, so not going to happen. So I am enjoying the book. In this one, we've got characters in kind of 2 different locations following 2 different threads, and we're kind of following each storyline, like, going back and forth. I enjoy it. All of the, like, historical things and all of the characters and places and historical events and stuff that are referenced is all just, like, there's so many, like, little Easter eggy type things in there for all of that stuff, which I enjoy. So, yeah, I think that is it. Oh, did I say my star rating? I'm just giving this a straight 3 stars. So, yeah, that's it. Hopefully, I would like to make it 90% of the way through the audiobook tomorrow. That's my goal. So that I only have 10% going into Friday, because I haven't listened to any podcasts in about a week, like 2 weeks. And there's a couple of Buffering and, like, /Angel on Top podcasts episodes out that I really want to listen to. So yeah, hopefully I get enough time for that on Friday, so that I've only got a little bit left to finish. I can finish it off in the morning at work. And then also, though, today, I will say this, I was proud of myself in that I did some adulting things today. Not in terms of actually doing anything, but in terms of organizing things. So I today made a dentist appointment, booked my car in for a car service, and made an appointment with the podiatrist, which are all 3 things that I've been meaning to do for months, and have just been, not even like putting off, just being like, oh yeah, I'll get to it, and then just forgetting about it and never getting to it. So I made appointments for all of those today. So I was really proud of myself. So yeah, that is it, I think, for this clip. I'm gonna go, because I pretty much no time to relax, because I need to get ready for boxing in like 4 minutes. So yeah, I will talk to you guys at some point when I get home from work tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is Thursday, the 28th of February at 5:32 p.m. It's the final day of February, final day of the reading vlog. I'm going to be really real with you guys. I'm in a really, really bad mood. I've had a really, really, really bad day at work today. I really don't feel like going to boxing, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe I'll be able to punch out some of my frustrations, because I'm feeling really, really just, like, angry right now. So in terms of a reading update, I also have almost nothing to talk to you guys about. So I didn't end up starting Queen of Air and Darkness last night because, and it wasn't me just slacking off or like trashing my mind with trash videos. By the time I got home from boxing, ate dinner, finished editing, so I edited all of this vlog except for this clip and the intro outro, which I also just filmed. I finished editing that and then basically had enough time to have a shower, get ready for bed, and go to bed. On the upside, last night I did finally have a decent night's sleep. It still took me quite a while to go to sleep than is usual for me, but I lugged in my big, like, freestanding fan, because I think part of the problem, I mean, not all of the problem, because, I mean, this is just a thing here, but it's been really, really, really hot at night because we are in the middle of, like, a heat wave. And so I moved my really, like, the big freestanding fan in here and turned it on a low setting last night, so it was just blowing directly on me, like, the whole night, and I think that really helped. So I did manage, I probably fell asleep at, like, 11:30, which is still later than I would like, but not terrible. And I did wake up a few times in the night, but I was always able to kind of just go straight back off to sleep. So I was happy with my sleep for last night. Still struggled in the morning, but I'm hopeful after a few more nights of decent sleep, I can get back on track with getting up on time in the mornings as well. So yeah, had just enough time to kind of like get ready for bed and then head to bed. So didn't end up picking up Queen of Air and Darkness, and then I haven't read at all, really very much at all today. So I haven't read any physical reading. I took Queen of Air and Darkness with me on the bus this morning. I just didn't manage to get any reading done. And then I had a really crazy day at work, a really annoying day at work, and I didn't get any reading done at all. And then I also then on the bus on the way home, I was hoping to pick it up, but my dad ended up calling me, and I was talking to him for a little bit, and then, so I just didn't really have time to read in the end. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, I'm considering now just not picking it up at all tonight, because I'm going to be in a similar situation tonight. I've got boxing tonight. When I get home from that, I have to edit. I want it to get uploaded tonight, so it means probably a little bit of a later night tonight. I have to add in these couple of clips, export it, which takes forever, and then get it uploaded. And I've still got like boxing and showering and dinner and things. So I'm considering just leaving it and then picking it up afresh and starting afresh with Queen of Air and Darkness in March. Which is not, you know, my original plan, but you know, you gotta roll with what happens. So yeah, didn't get any physical reading at all done. And then in terms of my audiobook, so I had to move offices today at work. Well, move offices, I had to move from an office out into just like a general workstation. Part of my annoyances at work today. Won't go into details, but so because of that, I was doing a lot of, like, I just couldn't really listen to my audiobook very much. And also one of the things that I'm frustrated about with I mean, there's so many things I'm frustrated about with this move, but it also means probably less audiobook listening time, because while I can still listen to audiobooks as much as I could before, I've got the iPhone 8, which doesn't have the separate headphone jack. The headphones that I use plug into the charging port, which means at work when my phone needs to charge, which it normally does at least once or twice a day, because let's be real, the iPhone batteries are pretty shit, and because I do listen on it all day to either audiobooks or podcasts, I do chew through the battery. So I normally plug it in a couple of times a day, and before, when I had an office, I could, when it was plugged into charge, I could just play the audiobook or the podcast on loud and just close my office door. I can't do that now because I'm sitting out with other people in the open, so it means whenever my phone needs to charge, I'm not going to be able to listen, which kind of sucks, but, you know, what can you do? So, because I was moving around today, I was literally moving everything out of my office, all of my files, everything I had to try, and, like, I just had to relocate completely. So I was doing all of that, so I just couldn't really listen to my audiobook very much at all today. So I'm 78% of the way through. So that's annoying to me, because I really wanted to listen to podcasts tomorrow, but most of the day tomorrow will be taken up with I've still got 22% of this, and it's really, really long. I've still got over 5 hours left of it, so that'll take up a big chunk of tomorrow. So hopefully I can get to at least one podcast episode as well tomorrow. That'd be great. So yeah, not too many more thoughts on that, because I only read like 15% of that today. So hopefully you guys won't see it because it'll be in the next vlog. So I will talk to you guys about all of my final thoughts on that book and my thoughts on hopefully all of Queen of Air and Darkness, because hopefully I'll get it done in the first vlog of March. So, you know, subscribe if you want to see my thoughts on Queen of Air and Darkness and European Travels for the Monstrous Gentlewoman. So yeah, that is it for this clip. I'm going to go because I got to get ready for boxing in a minute, and I will see you guys in the outro. Bye guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this final reading vlog for February. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below if you've got any thoughts on any of the books that I've been reading, or to let me know what you guys have been reading and how you've been liking it. I would love to chat. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from me. That is all I have for this video today. Bye guys.